Well, our next set of wines are what we call our party wines. And the name kind of came about because I really wanted to make a sparkling Shiraz. And that's a real party wine. It's a good way to start a party off. At the beginning of the night, you can have some sparkling Shiraz or you have champagne, but we prefer the sparkling Shiraz. And then at the end of the night, when you're kind of like a bit tired of drinking red wine, you can have a sparkling Shiraz. It's a bit of a cleansing ale, a bit of refreshment at the end of the night. But let me also tell you that it's really good with breakfast, with bacon and eggs. You just got to make sure you lock the bedroom door if you're going to have some. So anyway, that's just a little tip. But anyway, Goosebumps is, we called it Goosebumps because it does give you goosebumps. And we found a great picture of some geese walking through the winery. And so we used that, and that's how the whole kind of label development came up. We thought we'd go for something a little bit different. Instead of having our colourful labels, we'd go for a black and white photo series. You know, we've got 2 kids called Holly and Luke, and we had 2 more wines that we wanted to set up and make, and we could actually, what fired us up is name some wines after them. So the next wine, which is Giggle Pot, is our Cabernet. And if you ever get to taste this, to us, it's our best Cabernet that we make each year. It is just beautiful, it's seamless, it's just elegant, it's long, and everyone that tastes it just loves it. And the problem is that we don't make enough. So if you get a bottle, you're very lucky. If you want to come and get an extra bottle, you have to come to our place because Holly's got her own stash. But to tell you about it, it's named after our daughter Holly, and it's called Giggle Pot. If you look at the label, there's a little picture of Holly giggling. The next wine is Blue Eyed Boy, which is our Shiraz, and this is about our son Luke. And Blue Eyed Boy means you're kind of like the favourite one, not that he's favourite, but you know, you're the apple of the eye. And Luke, you know, he's just such a gorgeous boy, and we did this label about him. And this Shiraz to us is, you know, it's in between Boxer and it's in between our next Carnival of Love. And it's, if you ever get to taste it, it's just a beautiful aromatical wine. A lot of the fruit comes from Pathway, which is cooler climate, and to us it's just elegance in a bottle. These wines are our love series, and we call it love because for Sparky and I, we feel that love is the most important thing in life. You know, love is what the whole world revolves around. You always want to be loved and appreciated. So we, you know, named these 2 wines about, you know, stories about Sparky and I and about touching people's hearts. The first wine is Enchanted Path. This is our Shiraz Cabernet, which is I love, again, because I love blending varieties. But it's a story about Sparky and I because most amazingly is when Sparky and I made our first wine, and from that point on, we have made like wines that have, you know, won awards, and since then it's just been like we've been riding on an enchanted path. So this is, you know, we chose this picture here because it's a man and a woman riding on a horse on their enchanted path. And the next wine is Carnival of Love, and it's our Shiraz. Now this wine is amazing. I mean, I actually really love the Enchanted Path, but a lot of people love this Carnival of Love. And you know, last year with Wine Spectator it got the 8th best wine in the world. This year it got 9th best wine in the world. So, you know, obviously people are enjoying it. Now this is called Carnival of Love because that's what life is. It's a carnival of love. And what we did with the label design on this one is we put elements of the Lefty series in this. You know, they're not the same, but we put the man and woman, which is 2 left feet, Sparky and I dancing. We put the violinist, the story of me as a young child. And we put the boxer up there, the strong man holding the banner. And then there's a jester in there, and I call that one Sparky because he usually clowns around. And the most amazing thing with this label design is, and what I loved, is that when you put these wines together, they actually form one label. Okay, so you've got the man and woman holding the banner, riding on their way to the to the Carnival of Love. So that's why I love it. Also, what we wanted to do, because these wines are really, you know, intense, you know, so many layers. We wanted to, you know, what you get in the bottle, we wanted to kind of convey that on the outside. So we did the full colour, intense, colourful labels. This is our velvet glove. And to explain why we called it velvet glove is that when you drink our wines, you'll find that our whole emphasis in winemaking is about creating that velvet glove, that silky sensation of fruit. So for all our wines that we make, this has the ultimate velvet glove. When you taste it, it will just glide down your whole palate. The aromatics in this wine are amazing. It's our best wine that we make each year. Only our best Shiraz block will go into this one. It'll give that velvet glove, that silky sensation. So what we want to do with the packaging on this is, because it's our best wine and we're so proud of it, you'll get this wine has flavours from, the beginning, strawberry, raspberry, you'll go through to blackcurrant plum, you'll go through to, chocolate, licorice, you'll get the whole flavour spectrum in this wine. And this wine will last in your palate for like minutes after you put it in your mouth, and that makes a good wine. So with the packaging, we just wanted to create something that was just wow on the outside. So we put in a velvet bag, because it's called Velvet Glove, and then when you open it, it pulls out a wonderful surprise. And this, I sourced, tried for ages to find a bottle that was just going to emulate the wine, that velvet glove, that smooth sensation. So I chose this, this is a French bottle, and just the feminine shape of it. And then also, because that velvety feeling, we saw some labels, some stock that had a velvet texture to it. So the label to touch feels like velvet. And if you notice on the back, we've got the velvet label, but it doesn't have a tear-off tab, because we felt that if you drank this wine, you should remember it. So, we just, had a whole lot of enjoyment in making this wine, and we just wanted to create something that was just going to be a beautiful experience for you.